First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Nix. And this is incomplete. Had it for a second, but the hit broke up the catch, and now it's 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Now Nix on 3rd down. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Tyleek Williams. And that sends him back into a 4th and 11. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Goff back to throw. Catch made left side by Laporta. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. We've got fireworks on the first play of the drive. 33 yards.
On the play.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
The 20-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Now 1 second before they call a delay a game, a timeout comes in. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing is gone. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. He's going to be taken out after a gain of 5. And that's going to give the Lions the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Gibbs. Didn't saw the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Slot man motioned over. And he's got it. It's in close. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Lions. Sam Laporta, a 15-yard score. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Broncos nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. He's in trouble, but he's not going to get away. Brought down at the 12. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Throwing on 2nd, Nix. Gets everything he has under this one. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Third and long for him here. Looking long again. Ooh, that defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down. And I think we all knew the odds weren't great for them getting a first down, Brock, but they're not just going to give up the drive, walk over to the sideline. So took their shot, didn't work out.
So what you're saying is they didn't throw up the white flag, they threw up the bomb, it just didn't hit.
Exactly. He has it at the 33. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on this first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. They go play action with Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Throwing on second. Goff. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's third down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Goff setting the throw. And this one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Had a look up the middle, but trouble hanging on through that contact. It's going to force fourth down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Bates' kick is up and good. And that will add to their score.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Begin with a quick completion to the right side. It's a good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on first.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On second down, Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Big play before they get to him. That one's going to pick up about 23. It's going to be first down, Denver.
That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10.
Fresh set of downs now from 39. Here's Nix. Sends this to the end zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions have it with 99 yards to go. They're at the one. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. He'll throw from his end zone. Completed to his running back. Has a hole left, room to run. Jahmyr Gibbs. Still going. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
Bates now for the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Broncos nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Mims on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. To throw, here's Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
14, Cortland Sutton. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Nix. He gets it away, but almost no power behind it. Incomplete, and now it's third down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up fourth down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth
Going
down.
for it on fourth, Nix. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. It's going to be taken down here. The knock before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Bates' kick is up and good. And our first half ends with 3 points. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Harvey now to return it. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. They give it to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 25-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Nix. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a 1st down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Nix now to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Nix to throw on 2nd. Left side now caught by Sutton. He's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here's Nix to throw. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Lions take over what looks to be the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Now Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down. Now gone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, I know you love to call this the money down, Brock, and on that third down, that pass rush just got paid.
Woo, look at you right there. That's their job. I mean, in the minds of those guys in the front seven, Kate, you've been around them your whole life. They know it. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They're secondary. They want to get home, and they did.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Fields it, and he's going to run this one back for the end zone. He's past the 30. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. This is Ingram working the left side. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
17 yards.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Denver. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Nix looking to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 here for Nix. Man, he is solid. 5 for 7 so far since coming out of the halftime break. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. All right, we're back, Brock, and it is 2nd down as we kick off our final quarter. Design bootleg here. He brings it in. Yeah, he's not going to make it to the end zone, but the offense set up well now thanks to that effort. It's 1st and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll throw it on 1st and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
I can understand he's still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because it's been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
A give right side to Dobbins. And he's in for the touchdown. cuts. Now on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And lead is cut to 13.
Broncos 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Dortch now to return it. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Working from the gun to start. First and 10. Off to the air now. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on second down. Slot receivers headed left. Working on second down. Goff. Complete over the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Lions have a first down. Motioning the tight end now. Goff back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock at second down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. So fresh set of downs after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up second down. Now that right there might be the first and last time we see them go to the ground on this drive, partner. First time they get away from throwing the ball, and they wind up losing yardage.
That's pretty surprising, too, because when you passed it well, you're expecting those defenders to rush upfield. They didn't, and they hit that draw right in the face.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Throwing is gone. Gets it through, but contact at the catch point forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just third down now. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but Man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Williams coming in motion right. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
This is where I would just love to be in the head of these play callers. Because, you know, you've got a nice lead, but this game's far from over. But you still want to be in attack mode. You want to be aggressive. I'd be real careful throwing into coverage.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast.
The 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing on 2nd. Nix. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Nix. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way. Touchdown, Denver.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Extra point try now from Lutz. This one splits the uprights. It is good. Now we've got a 6-point ball game.
Lions 20, Broncos 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They're going to pass it here. He finds Laporta on the out route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end. because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Here he is to throw. It's on target to Williams. They get to him, he's hitched, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to be a Lions first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout.
First down.
And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. A give to Gibbs. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play block. That's going to set them up with a first down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Another one for Gibbs. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. He's out in the clear. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win.
Detroit.
So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
They'll try for 2. Goff gets his line set.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Super 1.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Lions 26, Broncos 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Harvey now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Nick's now to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away, and that's going to send him back to the line for 2nd.
I'm not going to pretend to be a chess player, but I've watched enough to know, and enough maybe to be dangerous, Kate. And I think you get to a chess match, and you know what the next move is going to be. This defense knows shots are coming, and they were prepared.
Throwing on 2nd, Nix. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
One final shot here. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19. So the Lions get the win on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the